I still remember the days when I used to wonder, what would it be like to have Sharingan or any other kind of power really? I'm sure at some point in our lives, all of us have fantasized about having some kind of supernatural power, whether it be trying to move a glass of orange juice with your mind or screaming at the top of your lungs trying to go Super Saiyan. Just want to give a big shout out to my keys for locking themselves in my car. This video wouldn't be possible without you. Now, there's a stupid number of anime out there, and we don't want this video to be over 9,000 minutes long, so let's just focus on 3. Those I've chosen are Naruto, My Hero Academia, and One Piece. But you guys should feel free to share your own personal preference in the comments below, even if they're from a different anime or even a cartoon. So first, we're going to go over all the supernatural powers and abilities that are in these anime, and with that being said, let's dive into the video. Who's first up? You know, the one and only Naruto! Folks like the Jinchuriki who have a tailed beast renting their body can use notorious abilities of the tailed beast, which is a major source of pure destructive chakra because these tailed beasts are all walking chakra monsters that were created by the sage of the Sixth Path from the Ten Tails. However, aside from Naruto, Killer Bee, and Gaara, the other 6 weren't really given much screen time, probably because the Akatsuki got to them before Kishimoto did. Aside from Jinchuriki, there are people who are born with special traits called Kekkei Genkai, and there are a lot of these actually. Some are about special eyes, some combine 2 forms of chakra to create a new one. For example, how Haku uses water and wind to form ice, or the first Okage uses his wood style. I forgot what chakra natures he basically combined for that. I don't know, I forgot, I'm sorry. And the Kekkei Genkai can actually allow other people to manipulate their bodies in a very unorthodox way. I'm sure you see in Orochimaru's subordinates or even the Snake Man himself doing crazy stuff like that. But out of all of them, the one that stands out the most is probably the Sharingan. Now, being a Jinchuriki or having Kekkei Genkai is cool and all, but these aren't really powers the average Naru nerd would use. The extent of the potential from normal ninjas is limited to just ninjutsu and genjutsu. And if you can't do either of them, then you'd have to resort to taijutsu. And there's not really anything wrong with that, because I feel like the world could use more sweaty individuals like Might Guy and Rock Lee. Ironically enough, My Hero takes place in a modern day society where 80% of the population is born with some uncanny ability. This ability can be anything from having superhuman strength, invisibility, nuclear powers in your hand, speed, flight, or basically anything you can think of. There's even been a person whose quirk is literally him having the appearance of a dog. In a society where most of the time, quirks are formed by passing down genes generation after generation, this guy is a dog. Go ahead and let your imagination run wild on this one. And last but not least, we have One Piece. The main source of power in One Piece are devil fruits, and there are 3 types of these. There's Logia, Paramecia, and Zon. However, we can't really declare one type superior than the other. Take Marco for example. He is a mystical type Gon type devil fruit called Tori Tori no Mi, which allows him to literally turn himself into a phoenix. Logia type devil fruits allow one to become some sort of element. For example, Blackbeard's fruit allows him to become darkness itself, or Ikanu's, which allows him to become hot magma that can even burn through fire. Moment of silence for my mans. And then you have Paramecia type devil fruits. They grant the user some pretty cool and also strange abilities. Our main character Luffy, for example, his devil fruit is a Paramecia type and he's basically a walking man of rubber. Now, the biggest con of eating a devil fruit is that you lose your ability to swim. In the One Piece universe, that's kind of a big deal since a majority of the world you live in is sea. But in our universe, it's pretty hit or miss depending on where you live. Fortunately, devil fruits aren't the only source of power in One Piece. Pretty much everyone in One Piece uses some form of haki. There's Conqueror's haki, which is far superior than most of the devil fruits in itself. Like Red Hair Shanks for example, he's easily top 3 strongest in One Piece and he doesn't even have a devil fruit ability. Aside from Conqueror's haki, there's Armament haki, which allows the user to use their spirit to create, in essence, an invisible armor around themselves and weapons, and it also allows a Logia type devil fruit user to be attacked or grabbed or whatever. Last is Observation haki. This grants a 6th sense, allowing them to sense the presence, strength, or emotions of other, and it's even possible to give the user precognitive abilities. Someone like Shanks who uses all 3 types of haki is beyond what you would call a super boss. Now that I finished dumping a whole bunch of info on you, what would you guys pick? Would you be a ninja, a hero, or a pirate? Would you choose to walk the path of light, standing up for those who can't help themselves, or walk the path of darkness and turn your back on society and destroy this broken world? I prefer quirks in all honesty. Like, do you think a quirk is a reflection of your own personality? Or is your personality shaped by the type of quirk you have? I like to believe everybody would have a quirk that aligns with their own personality and talents, but sometimes I feel like quirks are what we're born with, aren't really a fit for us. Yeah, I'm saying some real deep shit here. Now, as to what my specific quirk would be, it would kind of be like Kaminati's, but instead of producing electricity, it'd be more so manipulation of it. Kind of like Static Shock, but instead of me being a battery, I'm more of like Misaka from a certain scientific railgun. Because like in My Hero, there are a ton of quirks and they're all great ideas, but people aren't exploring enough. Like in a certain scientific railgun, they take their powers to another level because it all revolves around science, and that just blows my mind. I should have, had I been thinking, I should have put a certain scientific railgun on this. Oh well, it's way too late now. Well, with my quirk in hand, I'd probably also, I'll keep it a buck with you guys. I would be a villain straight up. Like, I don't know, it doesn't seem fun to be a hero, you know? Like, you're stuck following the rules, but like, I wouldn't be some crazy, man, it depends. It depends. I might just get on Twitter one day and see someone talking nonsense. I don't know, and then I'll just have to end the world right then and there. But I'd probably start off as just, one of those menace to societies. Like, I wouldn't be doing no crazy stuff. Like, oh, you might be going to the bathroom, might just steal all your toilet paper in your house, or you might leave and come back to your car's tires just being off. I wouldn't take the tires. I would just take them off and put them next to your car. I would just be a giant troll. That's what I would be. Oh, but I tell you, I'm gonna feel sorry for all you side characters though. When I start my evil rampage, a lot of you are gonna end up like that random ninja number 43 when the Nine-Tails attack the village. At least one of you is getting eaten. And yeah, it sucks, but I'm the main character and you guys
are the homosexual supporting cast.
But if you aren't really feeling quirks, jutsu, or even devil fruit, you can always shave your head bald and obtain the ultimate power. A lot of powerful people are bald. Samuel Jackson, Tiffany, Muscle Man, Michael Jordan, and Saitama. And there you guys go. If you enjoyed, make sure that you like the video and be sure to leave a comment about what kind of power would you personally prefer and what you would do with it. Also, did you know that you can change the color of the subscription button by clicking on it? No cap. Try it out.